family. Vicki Dillard here with African Diaspora News Channel. Thank you so much for tuning in. Family, certainly by now, you have seen our back-to-back coverage on the crisis in Niger. It looks like crisis on the one hand and liberation and revolution on another. Talk black to me, somebody. Nevertheless, I came across this piece. Actually, it was a couple of different sources I looked at. And apparently, from French newspaper, is it Le Figaro? I hope I pronounced that right. Y'all know this is that Mississippi accent. This is what's being said. The presence of what they call the maiden midwife, that's a lot of shade, U.S. Deputy Secretary of State Victoria Nuland in post-coup Niger has enraged Washington's NATO ally France. Le Figaro reported over the weekend, citing a source within the French Foreign Ministry, the U.S., this is the part that's from the French newspaper, the U.S. did the exact opposite of what we thought they would do, the French Daily reported, based on the diplomat's comments. Quote, with allies like these, we do not need enemies. It added, Lord. Paris, that was me that said the Lord. Paris has been insisting on the reinstatement of ousted President Mohamed Bazoum, ever since a new military government came into power in Niger in the coup in late July. The French government was also ready to support the use of force by West African nations for that purpose, and it upheld the Economic Community of West African States, ECOWAS. Many of you know that by now, in its decision to mobilize reserve forces in the wake of the ousting. By sending Nuland, for those of you that hadn't been keeping up with it, I've been doing coverage. Be sure to check out the previous broadcasts and videos that have to do with the U.S. sending their top diplomat, anything like that. They're referring to this Victoria Nuland. I've been discussing that nonstop. And watch this. It says, by sending Nuland, that's Victoria Nuland, the top diplomat, to Niger, the U.S. demonstrated it was ready to talk to the coup leaders instead, Le Figaro said, the French paper. For French President Emmanuel Macron, the credibility of France, particularly in terms of discourse on democracy, was at stake. For the Americans, it says, even if they are also concerned about a rapid return to constitutional order, the priority is the stability of the region, the paper's source within the foreign ministry said. Family, this is some madness. This is some drama. And let me tell you something. I could care less, honey, about France being upset. I could care less about these Western predators, bloodsuckers of the black poor. I could care less about you being upset in this infighting. But I will say this. The reason we should never underestimate our numbers and the reason we should never count ourselves out when it comes down to us standing up for what's right, even when it appears that we're outnumbered and they have greater weapons, is because there's a spiritual unseen government that's at work with us if we take the right action. And sometimes the unseen realm works in a way that they will have them fighting against each other. Did you hear what I just said? Spirit will allow them to destroy themselves. That's why we must be fearless. That's why we must always do what's right. Yes, be wise. Yes, be intelligent. Yes, be strategic. But yes, be courageous. Because there's an unseen power that assists you when you do that. I teach these principles and more in my spiritual mastermind school at clubvicki.com. That's Club VICKI. Be sure to share this broadcast. Let everybody know that African Diaspora News Channel is here to give you important information. I can't wait to see you again.